suppose Nisi, Pretty As, Lavania, Sonu Kumar, Putur, and who is next? Yeah, Putur. Yeah, please, all of you come to video mode. Yes, Mona, all of you, please come to video mode. All right, very good, very good. So here I am. I'm going to use this whiteboard. You tell me if you are able to see the whiteboard which we have for today. So for today, we are going to look to the operational research. For today's class, we are going to solve this equation which we had in exam. What was that? In exam, we had so-called the max. You should write the maximum z. I'm going to write it here. 10x1 plus 8x2. Subject to constraint, we have a subject to constraint. Our subject to constraint which we had was a 2x1 plus 3x2, which should be lesser than or equal to 30. And then the next we had x1 minus 2x2 should be greater or equal to minus 10. As I said, as I mentioned, this one should be x1. Yes, please.
Sir, your board is little blurred, sir. Only your face is clear. Board is blur.
Okay, hold on. You can't see for the second camera. I think I have two cameras.
Sir, your face is clear, but the background is full blur.
How about now? Now you can see?
No, it's off. It's off.
It's off. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay. Still is a blank?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How about now? Is it clear or it's not clear?
It's not clear.
No. It's dull. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me try to off this camera, and I will go off from this one. But you remain on camera, right? So. What about now? You can see the board?
Yes, sir. We can see.
Sir. It's clear also.
Okay. Very good. Fine. Very good. So I will use this board. For you, you can come to video mode so that I can see you all. So I was saying this is a question which we had from the previous exam. Let me thank Devasuria because Devasuria, he did well, okay? He did well when he solved this problem. So whenever you see such kind of equation, please don't sleep without understanding what is the cause of this. As you can see, when we call this equation which we have here, we have to name them. This as a first equation. This we name as a second equation. Please kindly be patient and be alert as you follow the way we are going to solve this one. Because when I gave you this assignment yesterday, some of you, not some of you, yeah, some of you have tried, like Pretty V, like Alan, who else, Chaitra she tried. Some of you have tried. The rest, you did not even move a bit, okay? So when you have such kind of equation, please make sure that you have to mind to these signs, okay? These minus and minus sign, you have to mind them. And one more sign which you have to see, this sign, greater than or equal to, okay? Greater than, this greater than or lesser than, you have to mind them, okay? You have to mind these two. So this is a question which we had yesterday, and not yesterday, from the previous exam, and we had also this as an assignment. I just want to show you how you have to make the feasible region. At the end of this, I will give you one assignment to be done. Please cope with it so you can give it the answer. Now, the first thing which I'm going to do, we are going to do what? We are going to make this inequality equation. These are known as inequality equation. The first one, the second one, we are going to make them as equality. Okay? We are going to make this inequality as equality. How do we do? We take 2x1, okay, plus 3x2 is equal to 30. This is here you should write solution. Let me write solution with a small one. And once we're done with this one, kindly go with me with your pen. As I finish this, I will erase it. All right. So once we're done with the first equation, what do? We have to find the point of, the coordination point, okay? Or the point which can give us a straight line. So those points which can give us the straight line, let me mention in this summary of table x1, this we have seen, x2, and let me give you this one as x1 comma x2, the coordinate, okay? Okay, these are going to be our coordinate point. So when x1 is equal to 0, what should be the value of x2? When x2 is equal to 0, what should be the value of x1? Since the time is short, I'm going to calculate fast. For you, you have to calculate it. You have to replace zeros here in x1 and zeros in x2 so that you can get the value of this one. If x1 is equal to 0, x2 obviously is equal to 10, correct? Correct. The first coordinate we have is a 0, 10. 0, 10. Second, if if x2 is equal to 0, the value, no, this is 15. Come on, this is a 15. Okay, I can, 10 is a 15, 15, 15. Very good. X2 is equal to 10, correct. This one, if x2 is equal to 0, then x1 is equal to 15, correct. We have here, let me extend this one. Here we have, what do we have? We have the coordinate 15, 0. Okay, 15, 0. Please, when the time alive, please remind me, okay? Remind me. All right, so this is the first coordinate, okay? The second point, I'm going to go point by point so that when I come to the feasible region, then you will understand. The second line, the second equation, we have x1 minus 2x2, okay, should be equal to minus 10. When we try to make this a coordinate point, what do we say? We have x1, we have x2, we have x1, comma x2 coordinate. Okay. If x1 is equal to 0 and if x2 is equal to 0, should be initial like this one. If x1 is equal to 0, now if x1 is equal to 0, if I calculate fast, we have minus 2x2 is equal to minus 10. Okay. x2 minus x2 is equal to minus 10 divided 2. Okay. When minus comes here, it will become plus. Okay, it will become plus, and the sign is gone. So we are going to have 5. This is clear for all of you. So which means that x2 is equal to 5. Okay, x2 is equal to 5. x2 is equal to 5. Whereas x1, if x2 is equal to 0, x1 is equal to minus 10. Clear. Here we have a 0, 5. Here we have minus 10, 0. Correct. So these are the points which are going to formulate the straight line. This is very clear for all of you. All right. This is clear for all of you. You can please, for those who are following, you can on the video so you can, for good, Surya, you can see, I can see your thumbs up. All right. So we have at this point of coordinate, the point of coordinate we have is 0, the first one, 0, 10, because I'm going to raise this area, let me write them here. And the second one, this is the first one. The second one is a 15, 0, okay? And the third one, the second line we have 0, 5. And the second point we have minus 10, 5. Okay, let me write here with the small letters. All right, let me erase this one. Let me erase even, let me erase even the whole, no. Let equation be there, but erase this side only. So I'm going to draw 2 straight lines. For you, you have to use the graph papers, okay? The graph sheet, right? So I write here, I make these lines here, and I make another line here. Since we have the minus, okay, since we have the minus, let me also make this straight line like this one. This is going to be x1, this one x1 axis, this one x2 axis. Some cases, x1 will be x, x2 will be y. So I can give any interval, means the space between my lines, these two axes. I can one axis, another axis. I can give different interval between the points. Since my smallest one is a 5, let me start from 5. Let's say this is going to be 5. Okay, this is going to be 10. I'm going to give interval of 10. Let this be 15. Okay, let here be 5 also. Let here be 10. Okay, let here be minus 5. Let here be minus 10. Let here be minus 15. Okay, let here be minus 5. Let here be minus 10. Okay, minus 10. I gave, keep in mind, from 0 to here, I kept the interval of 5. Okay, interval of 5, so that I can save my even my my board here. Okay, for the sake of saving the board and for the sake of putting everything on our graph. Clear? Now the first coordinate we have, when x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 10. We are here. We are where? We are here. Is equal to 10. Okay, this point. The second point, when x2 is equal to 0, x1 is equal to 15, the next point. Okay? For you, you will use a scale, then I will use a straight line. Okay? This is my straight line. Don't laugh at it. It's a straight line. Okay? Since I don't have a scale, I use this one. All right? Second line. This line is line number 1. Let me call line number 1. 2x1 plus 3x2. Okay? Let me say equal to 30. All right? Second line, when x1 is equal to 0, now x2 is equal to 5. x2 is equal to 5. 5, here we are. When x2 is equal to 0, okay, here so supposed to be 5, right? 0, right? When x2 is equal to 0, when x2 is equal to 0, is it 5? Should it be 5, right? Yeah, should be 5. Is it 0 or 5? Should be 0, right? Is it correct? If x2 is equal to 0, yes, it should be
minus 10
0,
0,
right?
correct, sir.
Yeah, 0, correct, 0. Should be 0. So here we have, if x2 is equal to 0, okay, if x2 is equal to 0 here, then x1 is equal to minus 10. Minus 10 is here, correct? Okay. Where is it? X2 is equal to 5 here. And then I will draw the line. I will draw the straight line here. Oh, sorry, how poor it is, my line. Okay, so let me draw the line from this point. Okay, it has to pass through this point here, and then it goes up here. It goes high here. Okay, let me reduce this here. So this line is known as you can see, one is blue, another one is what? Another one is black. Okay, so this line is known as x1 minus 2x2 is equal to minus 10, correct? All of you are aware of this one. All of you are aware of this one. Next point is to know how to find the region to shade. Okay, which region can we shade? You remember, when the signs are like this for the first step, when the sign is lesser than, from the x side is from the variable side is lesser than, what do we do? When the sign is like this, we should shade where? Below the line. When it's like this, we have to shade above the line. But you have to be careful to this one. I repeat, you have to be careful when you have like these signs. Okay, let me show you how you're going to shade. Keep in mind, now we started to get this one. We start from so-called, we make this as a equality, or we make this as a equality questions, from inequality to equality. All right, now we are going to solve this inequality. Okay, this inequality is going to be solved. All right, how we are going to find? We are going to find what is going to be our what? What's going to be our region to shade? Keep in mind, we are going to find what should be our region to shade. Okay. Okay, fine. Let me erase this equation. Let me erase this side. Let me erase this side because we have done with this side. Okay. Once I finish to write down this equation, then we come back to that one. So we start from equation number 1. We are going to solve inequality. Keep in mind, it's going to solve inequality. How is it going to be? We are going to take 2x1 plus 3x2 should be lesser than 30. Why we don't make it? Why we don't make it as equal to? Because the condition should be greater than. Look at this case is below than 0. That's why we make it as what? As only single sign, which means lesser or greater, not equal. Okay. Now, if we say, let's say, if you write if x1 is equal to 0, okay, what is the value of x2? The value of x2, then the value of x2, we are going to have 3x2 is greater than, lesser than 30, means x2 is lesser than 10. Okay, there's the first important point. If x2 is lesser than 10, okay, where is it? Where is the 10? On our line, 10 is here, right? 10 is here. 10 is here. This is a 10. As you can see, this is a 10. Now, I want to ask you a question. On this graph of x2, okay, on this graph of x2, the number which are below 10, which side they belong to, above or below? The number which are below x, below 10, where are they? Above or below?
Below.
I'm waiting your answer. Huh?
Below, sir.
They
Below.
are where, pretty?
Below.
Below.
Below,
Correct.
sir.
Very good. Below. Good. Now, the first thing is x2 should be below than 10. Means it should be below. Here, it should be below. Are you following? Means it should be below. x2 should be below. Next, come to the second one. Let me erase this one. Let me erase this one. Now, when x2, now we come here, if x2 is equal to 0, then 2x1 should be lesser than 30. Now, x1 is lesser than 15. Okay, correct? It's lesser than 15. Now, where is the 15? 15 is on x, this one x axis of x2. The number which are below 15, where are they? Above or below the line? This is the line, okay? The blue line. The number which are below 15, are they above the line or below the line? Below, as you can see this axis. This. Where are they?
Below.
Where are they? They should be, you see here, which side? You see here, 15
Below,
is where?
sir.
15 is here. Yeah, it should be below. Means they have to come, all these numbers which are here, they are below what? They are below what? They are below 15, sorry, 15. Now, as you can see the whole line, all positions are below, correct? All the shade has to be below. Is it clear to you all? The first one, because second one is a very similar to that one. Good. Anybody else? Anyone who's doubting, who don't understand? We look to this sign. Which number? The x. X is any number. Any number which is below than 15. They are where? They are this side. This side. So means it has to be down. Okay? Because 15, from 0 to 15 means we are there. We are going there. Down, down. If it is above 15, we come here. It has to come here. 15 here, here, here. Above. Okay? Is it clear to you all? Is it clear? Okay. Okay, pretty good. Okay. Mona, Ashish. Okay, Mona, correct. Pretty us. Okay, very good. Excellent. Asha, dear Induredi Chaitra, please, I hope you're following. So all has to be down. Important point. For the second one, because we are dealing with this what? We are dealing with these signs, okay? Important one. Allow me to erase all of this because we are done with this one, okay? For maximization, you will do it by your part. This is a simple. You have to solve these two equations. The important is to know how to shade this one, okay? How to shade this one. Let me erase also as well this one, okay? Now, okay, now here we come. The second equation which we have, let me write with the blue, we have the second equation which we have here. We have x1. We are going to solve this inequality, okay? x1 minus 2x2 is a greater than minus 10. Now, if you say if x1 is equal to 0, then you mention then you have to write it proper. You have to write in proper. You write then minus 2x2 is greater than minus 10. Correct? Correct. Okay, I hope you are following. Important. Now, x2 is lesser than 10 by 2, because the two signs minus are going to be plus. Since x1 has to be greater than 0, it has to be what? It means x1 has to be positive number. As you know, in algebra you have learned it. When a variable is a negative, it has to shift to the coefficient to this other side, so the sign can change. So since it was a greater than, x was a greater than, now the sign change and become positive. X2 is equal to what? X2, we mean x2 is a greater than, x2 is a greater than 5. Correct? Now, x2 is a greater than 5. Where is x2? The number which are above.
Less than, sir. It should be less than x2 should be less than 5.
Should it be greater than 5?
So that's all you gave.
Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you. The sign is changed like this. Should be lesser than. Correct. Excellent. Good. Should be lesser than. The number which are lesser than, the number which are lesser than 5, which side they belong to this line? Look this line. Let me show you. Look to this line. We are on this line. I will bold it once again. Sorry. I will bold it once again. Okay. The number which are below 5, where are they? Are they above the line or below the line? Where are they? Where the number are? The number which are below 5, okay, means x should be any number which is below than 5. Where are they? There are they. This is x2. This is x2, right? x2. x2 means x2, it should be lesser than 5. Okay. What does it mean? Which side can we go? Unmute yourself, please. My time is up. Unmute yourself. Which side
Below
can
the
we
line.
go? Should go
Below
below
the
the
line.
line. Excellent. So should be below the line. Good. Now come to the second one. Come to the second inequality. I mean to the second point here. Okay, second point. Let me erase this one. We have decided it should be below the line. Okay. Now come to the second one. Okay. Come to the second one. If x2 is equal to 0, okay, then the value of x1 should be greater than minus 10. Okay, minus 10. Important. You have to be very watchful and you have to be awake. Where is minus 10? Minus 10 is on x1 axis. This line, on this line. The number x should be greater than which number? The number which are above minus 10. Where are they? Are they below the line or above the line? I left this question to you. Tell me. This is the last and then you can go. The number which are above minus 10, are they above this? Are they above this line which we have here? Let me mention once again. This is the line which we have. We prolong it here. It comes here, goes and it goes up here. It can go even to infinity. Where are they? Which number? Where are they? Which side? Below the line or above the line?
It should be above the line, sir.
Okay, as she said, should be above the line. Okay, as she said, should be above the line. Anyone else? Why Ashish? Ashish, question is this one. Minus 10. Okay, Ashish, this is your question. Minus 10. Okay, which is greater than minus 2? You can put a sign. Which is a greater?
Minus 2.
Minus 10. Minus 2 is a greater than. Okay, What does it mean? Now look to your sign. Here we have from 0, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15. Minus 15, is it greater than minus 10?
No,
Ashish?
sir. No, sir.
Then your answer is wrong. Okay, means that it should be all x2, x2. How is it? X1, x1. Where is it? X1. All the numbers should be greater than minus 10, which means they have to be down. Is it clear? Means minus 10 is here. Then all the number has to come here. All shade has to come here. All x1 has to come here. Anga. Here. Here. Are you following? Are you following? Okay. Since the other point also for 5, we saw that all the numbers should be below 5. X should be below 5. It comes down here. We share this side. Okay. This side we have seen. All the number has to be what? Has to be below the line. We share this side with the blue. We share this side. All here also has to come below the line. We share this side. Now, which point, where are they? These two lines are intersection. Where are they meeting? They are meeting here. They are meeting from minus 10, okay, minus 5, 5, and this unknown point which we have to solve. Let me call this. Let this be A. Let this be B. Let this be C. Let this be D. Let me call D. C we don't know. This is point B. Point B is 0, 5. Okay. Point A. A is what? Minus 10, 0. Point D is 15, 0. This is point D. Now important point, as the time is flying. And my time is up. Since we are dealing with the positive, we are dealing with the maximization. So we don't consider this area. This area, since we start from here, this negative area we don't consider. Rather, we consider from 0, 0. 0.0 is going to be our A point. Okay? 0, 0, 0, 5, 0, 0, 0, 5, and we come here, we find this point, and we come to 15. So our area is going to be this, my dear student. This is going to be our zone. Okay, this is our final answer. That's why I said, Devasuria, you did a great job, excellent. Devasuria, you did a great job. That's why he get the full marks to this answer. Okay, that's why Devasuria got the full mark. Okay, Devasuria, he got the full mark. Are you following? Because we don't deal with minus. We cannot shade the minus area since we need to maximize. We need to maximize the profit. So profit cannot be in the minus. You get it? Because any number, if we substitute the minus 15 to our maximize Z, minus 15 is going to give us a minus. So we don't deal with this one. Okay? We don't deal with that one. Is it clear to you all? So the final answer is this. Okay? The final answer is going to be this area to be shared. Correct? Anyone has a doubt? Since the time is up, I don't want to prolong it. Is it clear? Ashish, clear? Pretty us, Pretty V. Who else? Alan, good, excellent, very good. And Mona Anandi,
Yes.
very good. Chaitra, you got it. So before you leave to the next class, let me give you your assignment to be submitted. Please do it with all your mighty, with all your heart, so that you can be able to go on. Okay? All right. Let me
Sir,
give you
excuse me, sir.
assignment. Yes,
Sir,
Ashish.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I tried with this same, but the maximization, which the value should be the maximum, is the 15 comma 0.
15,
It is
0. Yes, very good. For me, I was pointing to the minus. Very good. So it will be this one. Good. I think even Devasuria, he got the same. But your answer was a bit higher than Surya. I have to check once again. Okay, I have to
Sir,
check once again. Very
because
good.
everybody won't be having graph sheet now, sir. So we'll be getting some different values. It will vary
Yes.
according to everyone.
Oh yes, very good. So that's what I'm saying. This is matters. When all of you can agree to this one, all of you, if you get this one, any answer which you give for your profit, it will be acceptable. So the graph, since the question is solve graphically the following LPP, so graphically has to be correct. Clear? Now let me give you assignment as you go on, please. You can note down the assignment. You cannot on the assignment. Okay, for the same. For the assignment which I'm going to give you, please, you have to submit before you take your lunch. Let me give you assignment. So you can leave for the class. Maybe for those who can leave, they can go. So you can join the next class as I'm going to write this assignment. And it's going to be, okay, solve the following, okay? Solve the following LPP, solve the following graphically LPP model. Max exceed 4x1 plus 7x2, subject to constraint minus x minus 2x2 should be lesser than minus 4. 2x plus x2 should be lesser than 4. Okay? Where x1 comma x2 is a greater or than 0. This is your assignment. Please to be submitted. Kindly take a note of it. Take a note of it as you leave for the next class. So thank you for joining for today's class. If you have any question, you can feel free. If there is no question, then you can leave, and then this will be uploaded so you can follow if you want to know more about it.
Sir, can you find out the maximization value for this graph, sir, which you drawn?
Yeah, this one. Since the time is
Yes.
not there, then I will
Yes.
find. I will use this. I will use the way, not hazard way. The hazard way, we have to find the point C. We have to find the point C. So since I don't have any exact point here, so that I can say this may be minus something, I may give approximate. I will use your point, your way of solving. Two equations. Those two equations which we had, x1 plus x2, and lesser than I think 30. Okay, I think this was a 2, this was a 3, and x1 minus 2x2 is equal than minus 10. I will use this one and find it. I multiply this by, let me multiply this minus 2. Okay, this is only that one, minus 2. This will go, this is going to be 4, it's going to be 7x2, it's going to be 7x2, and 7x2 is going to be 20, it's going to be 20, it's going to be 50, right? Total is going to be 50. Minus minus is going to be 20, 20 plus 50. So x is equal to 7.1 or something, 7 point something, okay? 7 point something, okay? You can carry on, x1, x2. Now you substitute x2 into your equation, and then you find it, and then you can solve it. You can find a point like that. So we can draw. Once you find x2, then you have to find x2 is equal to 7.1. 7.1, as you can see, it's approximate, Ashish. It's approximate. Here it can have like a 7.2. Okay, 7.2. Now x2, x1. What about x1? If I substitute in x1, if I substitute this one, let me take the second equation, x1 minus 2 into 7.1. I approximate, I don't know. And this should be equal to 50. Okay, no, 20 minus 10, minus 10. All right, this x1, okay, it should be equal to what? Minus 14.2 minus 10 plus 14.2. X2, x1 is maybe equal to what? 3.8, correct? 3.8. So where is the 3.8? As you can see, 3.8 may be like somewhere here, Ashish. So we can draw 3.8 like here. So here they're going to be 3.8. Okay, this is point C. So C is equal to 3.8 comma 7.2. Is it clear? Did you
Sir,
get it?
is that possible that on this coordinate only the maximum value will come?
Or which one? Point C?
Yes,
Point
sir.
C or point D? It may be possible. It may be, no. As you can see, no, it cannot. Look at this one. 3.8 plus 7.2 is equal to what? Around 11, right? It's equal to 11, right? 11. So 11 is less than 15. So these they have a high number, but 15 is still great. So this may be. That's my approximate. I did not confirm, okay? I don't confirm.